Alright folks, we are back with some more Weekend Gamers, and well, we didn't feel like starting a new cycle of the boards on Jamboree quite yet, so we're going back to our roots a little bit here, and doing some Mario Party Superstars today. And we've got Daniel, Luke, and Dominic with me here.
Hello everyone. Hello. Hey.
Alright. Yeah, we know how to play. And as I said to Daniel off screen a couple of days ago, I'm going to be using Donkey Kong this time around. And that is mainly because, if you all know, in a couple of months from now, Donkey Kong has a brand new game coming out, so we gotta build up some DK hype.
Yeah, definitely makes some very good sense for what you are doing there, Bart. And that all the Donkey Kong fans are really looking forward to the new Donkey Kong game comes out on the Nintendo Switch 2 for sure.
I guess this does make sense though in terms of the world we're playing on. Since really Woods looks like a jungle of sorts and Donkey Kong doesn't look like a jungle.
Yep. Alright.
Yeah, it's a good point on what you're saying there, Dominic, according to its design.
Yeah. So, we're doing 20...
It's been bored in Mario Party 3, but, you know,
Yeah.
but hey, I can deal with this.
Yeah. So, we're playing 20 turns on this one. And, well, mainly because, well, it's a lot easier and faster to get through 20 turns on this compared to Jamboree, because in this game, there's no Jamboree buddies to deal with.
Yeah, basically what happens is, it's basically the classic way of playing Mario Party like you guys all know about.
Yep.
There's the whole point of the why I wish that they allow the ability to where you can turn off, Jamboree buddies. Similar for a Jamboree. Don't get me wrong, I do love the Jamboree buddies, so I would keep them on by default. But hey, there are some people out there that doesn't like the Jamboree buddy stuff. So if they were to give us the option to turn them off at the end of the settings menu, then that would make both players happy.
Because then you'd be able to, because then you basically would have a choice of whether you want to play Jamboree with, the newer rules, with the Jamboree buddies, or the classic rules, like we're doing with this game.
I would say when it comes to the Jamboree buddies right here on Super Mario Party Jamboree, they do work out very, very well right here. But like Dominic was saying right here, it looks like a setting on here to turn them off right here for some people. It would probably help them out right here, especially if they're not really into that kind of feature. But like I was saying, I think the Jamboree buddies would work out very well in Mario Party Jamboree.
Yeah, now, don't get me wrong, the Jamboree buddies, our games are, they're pretty fun, the first few times, but then it gets, kind of repetitive after that.
Especially on some of the Jamboree buddy games that goes on for too long. Like, for example, the Waluigi Pinball one.
Yeah. 3 minutes for Waluigi Pinball, that is, way too long, in my opinion.
And then while I love the Donkey Kong Jamboree buddy game, if I was a game designer though, I would have designed it to where after everybody does their solo, that's when the minigame should have ended.
Alright, I'm gonna get some double dice to start off. Also, hi there, Rick.
Hello.
Hello, minigame.
And we are starting off with bumper balls, okay.
Well, I'm playing here because it is a classic. It is one of my favorite games in Mario Party 2, so here's from playing here.
Yeah, certainly an enjoyable one. That
you. It's trying to get Luke.
Well, I got knocked out too, so it's down to Daniel and Luke.
I mean, I'm not complaining, of course. I'm just saying, like, you know, like I wasn't even trying to go for you this time. I was trying to get Luke.
Hey, I wasn't even trying to go for you either. That's just the way the ball bounced. Or I guess in this case...
And I'm more so complaining about the physics than anyone for that matter.
Or...
I'm mainly complaining about the physics.
Or I guess in this case...
Or in this case, Daniel's on snow, but, I just never really liked ice physics in video games all that much. You just slide everywhere.
Well, I guess in this case, since it was the ice variant, that's the way the ball slid.
That's why I was saying I was more so complaining about the physics than you, Mark. But with that being said, still not cool physics.
Yeah.
Some people don't mind the ice physics out here. I don't mind myself, but some people may not really like that. All because of the way that it can sometimes tend to mess you up.
Well, granted, I'd rather deal with the ice physics than having to deal with, underwater levels, but still.
Alright, well, Dominic has a chance at a free item. A bluebell on turn 2. Wow, okay.
Well, that didn't take long.
And he got it.
Finish. Got it.
I honestly was expecting to get the key because not that I'm trying to be negative or anything, but whenever it seems that I want to get a really good item like that, it seems, especially on that item minigame, it seems to me that I tend to get the key a lot of the time.
Alright,
So,
this...
right here.
And by the way, guys, just so you know, Luke actually has a different username now on the Switch that he's using. He's basically now being called Sage Man on there.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for learning on this, Daniel. To the future, or to the viewers that are watching this, whenever I show up on the Vegan Games episodes, in future dates, I may or may not have a different username, and that is due to the fact that I have to go, that is due to me not entirely sure if I can log onto my main account whenever I get the Switch 2 or not. So whenever I do get the Switch 2, well, I'm really hoping I can log onto my main account. So that way I don't have to repurchase the games I already purchased already.
Alright, Dominic, time to eat some pizza.
I really do hope that everything will work out well for Dominic's favor for what he is talking about right there. Because it would be an absolute bummer right here if he had to use his new account at the point that he does get the Switch 2 after it releases.
Like for example, I would have to buy Persona 5 Royal again if the game if it won't let me do it that way. But we'll just see as time goes on.
Yeah, it's just not going right now, so we're not going to get too worried about this. The only time we'll tell later on.
I think Daniel will got it.
Winners.
They did get it. Oh, that was pretty close, though.
At least from my perspective, it looked like Daniel and Luke got the It looked like Daniel and Luke. I don't know how to name it or how to say it, but it seemed to me that the shape that it made a weird shape, or maybe that's just from my perspective. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, so earlier this afternoon I ended up seeing the new Marvel film that recently came out, Thunderbolts.
Oh, that's pretty cool, Mark.
Yep.
You want to tell everybody about your experience with it?
I would rather not, considering that the movie just came out like a week ago, and some people may not have seen it yet, so I think for that reason I would rather not say anything because I don't want to spoil anything.
Well, I can definitely see your point on that right here. Just what it's saying right here. Maybe this is pretty new right here for what you were saying, Mark. Best not to give things away for the time being right now.
Exactly.
But yeah, for Luke's username, I was basically saying from earlier, yeah, he has a friend named Sadie right here, and yeah, I've got to know about that for a while myself, and since I had became friends with Luke.
Here we go.
Yeah, because I believe I was friends with Luke very early on the friendship. That very early on I was friends with Daniel. With that being said, though, Luke is a pretty cool guy either way.
Oh.
Find anything from the forest out there, Luke? That would be easier.
Well,
Well, I can kind of understand why Luke is doing this, so he can get the rich bonus, so I can't really blame him there.
It's kind of a little bit of a good strategy in terms of trying to go for it, but it may not necessarily be all that easy.
alright. I'm just gonna go for a standard mushroom here.
Can I at least win one game for once? Like, come on.
Leaf Leap.
I mean, I'm not trying to be negative, but like, come on. Like, even if I don't get the winning game bonus, I mean, I gotta at least one in here. There it is.
Oh, oops.
Trying your best out there, but when it comes to like players out there, and it all just depends on the comprehension that you're going up against.
And part of it doesn't help as well, but, yeah, I'm not gonna win. No way. Because, one, Luke and, Mark are part of one, and two, I fell off twice. And besides, I think Daniel and I fought twice.
Well, Luke fell down at the end, but I think he still wins. Yeah, 138.
Okay, that does not make any sense. Because from my perspective, it looked like to me that Daniel and I tied for last place there. That, at least from my perspective, it looked like if that's what it looked like that might from my perspective.
Alright.
Now that I'm telling you,
This is strange right there for what you are talking about there, Dom. But if you look closely at the screen right here, and it looks like for yourself right here, that you and I time right there, like the case right here. That's surprised about it as well right here, from what I was basically seeing from my brain and your brain.
Yeah.
otherwise, at that point, this episode may as well call days to be called Weekend Gamers episode, whatever number this is. Don't quote me on that, guys. But yeah, this episode may as well be called Weekend Gamers episode this. I'm doing it in 96. Now winning a single minigame. And
It's, Why?
What we call that?
Well, just for the record, this is...
It's not how it is for right now, that's early on. But, of course, things can change.
Yeah, just for the record, though, in terms of the episode count, this is number 92.
Well, like I said, don't quote me on it. But with that being said, I mean, I could... actually, you know what? I was originally going to use my blue belt, but maybe we'll hold on to it and use it on the yield loop, so sorry, but I gotta do it.
That's fine.
You're only delaying the inevitable for him, my friend.
I mean, if Mark would have enough money to do a torture chest, and if Mark would have also done a torture chest as well, then I would have used the blue belt instead.
Yeah, but I didn't have enough money for the plunder chest anyhow, so.
Well, why else do you think I said, Mark? Provided Mark had enough money.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? If I roll high enough with this, and I get doubles, then I can possibly snipe the star. Let's see what happens.
And it's not such a money thing, but... Oh,
No! Too much.
No.
Oh well.
Hey, it was worth a shot, Mark. It was worth a shot.
Yeah. Oh well. Sorry, Toadette, but I don't have enough money to buy Val.
First off, second off, AK, the minigame where I think is better than Mario Party 3 version.
Oh, and it's Bowser Jr.
Now that's what I call bullshit, because, but no, seriously, because, like, in my opinion, that's by far the worst item minigame in the entire of all item minigames on Mario Party Superstars, and, you know, I just think the Mario Party 3 version, okay, Mush Pit, okay,
Well,
this one,
at least,
okay, this one I can tolerate, because I think this one's alright.
yeah, at least with that wheel.
I think it looks like every one of us got right at the same time.
I mean, sexual design wise, basically, if Mark must have been at 25x speed.
Oh
Okay, and also, no, I'm sorry, no, I think that was originally. That made even less sense. Because when it was me, Mark was below me. However, in the case of what happened there, Mark was on top of Daniel in terms of his Mario's head was, and it caused Daniel to win that.
Well,
Seriously, I don't want to see the weekend yet. Good lord. Like, come on, man. This is just not acceptable. Come on now. And with that being said, I mean, may as well use it now because I have no choice.
well,
I can't blame you for that right there, considering of how much money you got.
well,
Now, granted, I could steal coins from Luke, since basically, you know, Luke is literally right next to the star, but provided I only roll a 1 or a 2, it's not gonna really matter for much. Then plus Daniel does have more money, so.
Yeah, that is fine.
At least then, even if I roll, really bad, you know, so even if I do roll, poorly, at least I can say that I have enough money for the star here. So even if I don't get the star.
80% chance. Yep, there it is.
But, you see, are you sure that's what it is?
It wouldn't be a Mario Party game without one of those.
Yeah, it would be. I'm sorry. It makes me call weekend gamers, okay, but you know, okay, at least I can say I got this star, I guess.
And all the way to the top of the map.
All the way to Mount Everest.
But there is actually something interesting that I do want to share with you guys that happened this past Wednesday night right here. This actually happened during a celebrity view of Fortune episode I was actually watching. And speaking of that, we're actually finally getting underway with more episodes of this current season right here. Basically, the first episode of this season actually started back in December during the holiday season, and they weren't able to do more episodes of that until recently, toward the end of this past month, right
Okay, so if I have to give away a star, which knowing me, I will, because somebody taught Mark a trick. I'm literally gonna put a salt pepper shaker on the group chat, like literally.
You know how I just said a minute ago how it's not Mario Party?
There's so many possibilities here.
You know I just said a few minutes ago how it's not Mario Party without one of Dominic's fake outs? It's also not Mario Party unless we have a chance time.
Dance time.
Okay. Me?
Well, it's just me that's giving away 3 points to you, so I can't complain too much there.
It's only 3 coins, and it basically baby buffers.
Yeah, like a Star Swap would have done nothing there. Goomba spawning.
Goomba spawning, come on. Can I at least win this minigame? At least one minigame, please? Like, come on. Even if I don't get a minigame bonus, I'll be at least more than satisfied if I get at least one. Anyway, let's look at this.
Okay.
Finish.
And...
Come on, no.
And Daniel and I have it right on the money!
And you know what it's awful, you know that? Because from my perspective, I don't know how it was on Mark's camera side, but from my perspective, I literally pressed A the moment the Goombas showed up. So I should have gone and spot on.